The storm had no mercy that night. Louisiana's skies cracked open, and the city drowned beneath its own heartbeat. Streetlights fought to stay alive, flickering like tired candles against a wind that screamed through the oaks. We watched as the water, once a distant threat, crept over the curbs, swallowing the asphalt, turning our familiar streets into dark, churning canals. Every clap of thunder felt like a physical blow, shaking the very foundations of our homes. The world outside was a symphony of chaos howling winds, the constant drum of torrential rain, and the unnerving crackle of failing power lines. This wasn't just another storm. It was nature reminding us of its immense, untamable power. In those moments, huddled inside, you feel so small, a tiny speck in the face of such a colossal force. We've seen storms before, it's part of life here, but some nights are different. They etch themselves into your memory. You remember the way the trees bent, nearly kissing the ground, and the sheer volume of water that just kept coming, relentless and unforgiving. It's a humbling experience, seeing your world submerged, your neighborhood transformed into a waterlogged battleground under the cover of darkness. But even in the darkest, most terrifying nights, there's a unique resilience that shines through. It's in the quiet prayers whispered in the dark, the check-in calls to neighbors, the shared understanding that we will face the morning together. Because that's what we do. We endure the storm, we help each other rebuild, and we wait for the sun to rise again over our beloved Louisiana. It's a cycle of destruction and rebirth, of fear and unwavering hope. That spirit is the real heartbeat of this place, and it's a rhythm that no storm can ever truly silence. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more stories like this. Stay safe out there. The storm raged not just outside, but inside her too. 19-year-old Amara Lewis watched from her window as the world she knew was swallowed by rising water. Across the street, flashes of lightning revealed a terrifying sight. Her elderly neighbors, the Hendersons, trapped on their porch as the floodwaters climbed step by step. A knot of fear tightened in her stomach. The wind howled, the rain beat down like a drum, and every instinct screamed at her to stay safe, to stay inside. She could have stayed inside. No one would have blamed her. But courage has a voice, and it called her name that night. Her own family was safe upstairs, but she couldn't shake the image of Mr. and Mrs. Henderson, who had always greeted her with a smile and a wave. She thought of their kindness, the cookies Mrs. Henderson baked her when she was little, the stories Mr. Henderson told about the old neighborhood. They weren't just neighbors. They were family. In that moment, Amara made a choice. It wasn't a choice born from recklessness, but from a deep, unwavering sense of community and love. Pulling on a life vest, she grabbed an inflatable kayak from their garage, a forgotten birthday gift that was about to become a lifeline. Her heart pounded against her ribs, a frantic rhythm against the storm's steady roar. Every paddle stroke was a battle against the current, a fight against the debris swirling in the murky water. The darkness was absolute, broken only by the cruel brief illumination of the lightning. Reaching the Hendersons' porch felt like a victory in itself. Their faces, etched with fear and relief, will forever be imprinted in her memory. Carefully, she helped Mrs. Henderson, then Mr. Henderson, into the small kayak. The journey back was even more treacherous, the small vessel heavy with its precious cargo. But Amara's resolve was like steel. She paddled with a strength she never knew she possessed, her focus singular: get them to safety. When they finally reached her own porch, soaking wet and shivering but alive, it wasn't just a rescue. It was a testament to the power of one person's bravery. Amara Lewis didn't see herself as a hero. She just saw people who needed help, and she answered the call. Her story reminds us that in the darkest of times, the brightest light often comes from ordinary people doing extraordinary things. It's a reminder that courage isn't the absence of fear, but acting in spite of it. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories of human spirit. Stay safe and look out for one another. The storm had raged for days, turning familiar streets into treacherous, swirling rivers. But for Amara, staying put wasn't an option. With her elderly neighbor, Mr. Henderson, stranded and in desperate need of medicine, she knew she had to act. The emergency lines were jammed, and help was hours, maybe even days away. With nothing but an old, inflatable mattress and a length of rope tied firmly around her waist, she took a deep breath and stepped into the storm. The water was icy cold, a shocking jolt that stole her breath. Rain lashed down, blurring the world into a chaotic mess of dark shapes and roaring wind. Every step was a battle against the powerful current, which tugged and pulled, trying to sweep her off her feet. The flimsy mattress, her only lifeline and transport for the medicine, bucked and slid in her grip. She pushed forward through the darkness, her heart pounding in her ears, a frantic drum against the symphony of the storm. It was just her, the relentless rain, and the rising water. The familiar path to Mr. Henderson's house was gone, replaced by a dark, watery maze filled with unseen debris. A floating trash can slammed into her side, nearly knocking her over. She gasped, regained her footing, and kept moving. Her goal was just a few houses down, yet it felt like miles away. She wasn't just walking through a flood. She was wading through fear itself. Every splash, every gust of wind was a reminder of how vulnerable she was. After what felt like an eternity, she finally saw it, the faint light from Mr. Henderson's window. Relief, potent and overwhelming, surged through her. She had made it. As she handed him the waterproof bag with his medication, the look of gratitude in his tired eyes made every terrifying moment worthwhile. In the face of nature's fury, one small act of courage became a beacon of hope. Amara didn't just brave a storm. She showed that in the darkest of times, our true strength is found in the compassion we show for one another. Thanks for watching our story today. If you were moved by Amara's bravery, please hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible stories of human spirit. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one. In the heart of the storm, when the world seemed to be washing away, true character shines the brightest. Imagine this. The water is rising, swallowing everything we know, our homes, our streets, our sense of safety. Panic is a deafening roar. In the midst of this chaos, a young woman, Amara, doesn't run. She moves toward the danger. She spots an old house, weathered by time, now being tested by the flood. From a window, a hand waves, not a sign of surrender, but a plea for a chance. This is where the story truly begins. Amara isn't a superhero with a cape. She's just a person like you or me who decided that she couldn't stand by. With incredible strength she didn't know she had, she navigates the treacherous currents. She reaches the house and helps not one, but 3 elderly people onto a simple mattress, a makeshift raft in a world turned upside down. An elderly man, his wife, and their neighbor, all clinging to this small island of hope. 3 souls who had watched the waters rise, fearing the worst. And there she was, one girl pulling them through the night. They float slowly, a silent, determined procession through the flooded streets. Debris, the remnants of shattered lives, drifts past them like ghosts. In the distance, the red and blue lights of rescue crews flicker, dancing on the water's surface, reflecting in Amara's determined eyes. Each pull of her arms through the cold water is a testament to the human spirit's refusal to be extinguished. It wasn't about strength, it was about heart. This isn't a scene from a movie. It's a powerful reminder of what we are capable of. In our darkest hours, it's the simple acts of courage and compassion that create the most profound light. It's the hand we extend, the comfort we offer, the decision to pull someone else through the storm with us. Amara's story is a tribute to all the unsung heroes who rise when everything else is falling. Thank you for watching and reflecting on this incredible moment with us. If this story touched you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that celebrates the strength of the human spirit. Stay safe and look out for one another. When the storm cleared, she had no idea that her courage would echo far beyond that night. Because sometimes heroes carry others through the flood. The water rose fast, didn't it? 1 minute it's just rain, the next it's a monster clawing at your door. In that chaos, while most of us were just trying to save ourselves, Amara was thinking about Mrs. Gable next door. She's lived on that street for 60 years, a bit frail, completely alone. Amara knew the old woman couldn't get out on her own. Imagine the scene, the wind howling, water swirling with debris, power gone. It's pitch black, terrifying. Amara didn't hesitate. She waded through the chest-deep, freezing current, pushing against the force of the water, every step a struggle. She wasn't a trained rescuer. She was just a neighbor, a person with a tremendous heart. When she reached Mrs. Gable's house, the water was already seeping under the door. Getting her out was one thing, but guiding her back through that dangerous, dark water, that was an act of pure, selfless bravery. She half-carried, half-guided the frightened woman, whispering words of encouragement, promising they would make it. They fought their way through the churning floodwaters to higher ground, to safety. It wasn't about being strong or fearless. It was about seeing someone in need and choosing to act, despite the fear. This is what community looks like. It's not just about living next to each other. It's about showing up when the storms of life hit hardest. As the sun came up, the devastation was clear, but so was something else. A bond forged in the darkest hours. Amara's simple act of courage became a story of hope for the whole neighborhood, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming disaster, our humanity can shine the brightest. It's the quiet heroes like Amara who rebuild our world, one act of kindness at a time. Her story isn't just about surviving a flood. It is about the incredible power we all have to be a light for someone else in the dark. It reminds us to check on our neighbors, to lend a hand, and to be the person you'd hope for in a crisis. Thank you so much for watching. If this story moved you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel for more stories that inspire. Stay safe and look out for one another.